Hello friends, welcome to the Soulwinnersrus website. Remember again Proverbs 11:30 that says, "He who wins souls is wise." Last week we discussed what the real job of a Christian is, and that is to win souls for Jesus. I referenced the fact that I was planning this week to get into some nitty-gritty details about soul winning. To try to do that, I entitled my post today, "Having a Blast." It's based on a sermon that Greg Laurie preached earlier this month. He used the acronym BLAST, B-L-A-S-T, in his The Refreshing Power of Sharing Your Faith sermon. The acronym stands for Strategies to Share Your Faith. It's the following. B is for Build a Bridge. L is for Lovingly Enter Their World. A is for Ask Questions. S is for Share Your Testimony. And T is for Tell Them How to Come to Jesus. I made a tract for Christians to use as a reference guide. Here's the front of the tract. I also developed some questions several years ago to ask unsaved people. Last week I incorporated them into the back of the Blast tract. Here's the back of the Blast tract. I strategically put the questions in order so hopefully we can remember them and use them when encountering lost people. I also think the questions fulfill Greg Laurie's BLAST acronym. The questions follow a pattern I developed for myself, but they can be changed up to make it more effective to fit your own style. They're the following. Number 1, what do you put your hope or trust in? Here you're trying to build a bridge. Number 2, have you tried any other religions? Here you're trying to find out their experience of spiritual searching. Number 3, have you ever explored Christianity? Here you're trying to find out what they think of Christianity and whether it's been on their radar as a possible option. Number 4, tell me about your experiences with Christianity and Christian people. Here you're trying to find out what are their deep-seated feelings about Christianity and Christians. Number 5, do you believe in heaven or hell? Here you're trying to find out the heart of the matter, whether the person has thought about what happens to them when they die. Number 6, if you had a choice when you die, where would you choose? Now you're trying to find out lovingly what their perception is of heaven and hell and whether they've thought about them before. Number 7, would you allow me to read a verse or two from John in the Bible? Here you're trying to identify what the Bible says about following Jesus. So verse number 1 is a common one. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. John 3:16. And verse number 2 is very familiar. Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. John 14:6. So question number 8, what do you think about these verses? Here you'll find out what impact the verses had on them, if any. Number 9, briefly share your own testimony. Again, you're trying to build a bridge to tell them what impact the decision to follow Jesus made in your own life. Number 10, lastly, ask the person whether he or she would want to make a decision today to follow Christ. After these blast questions, hopefully you'll have a sense of whether or not to move forward and whether the person is ready to commit their lives to Jesus. So number 11, it's not a question, but if a person agrees, use the Roman road tract. If a person declines, be gracious and offer to pray for them in the coming weeks, and also offer the Roman road tract. There you have it. Remember, while asking the questions, listen intently with care and concern. Remember the well-known Teddy Roosevelt quote, "People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." I pray this post and tract helps you. It's not a tract to give to unsaved people, but to be used by a soul winner as a reference guide. Please let me know if you want me to send you a copy. I can email it to you or snail mail it. Next week, I want to discuss the Roman road tract that I developed a couple of years ago that I use frequently to discuss with and give directly to unsaved people. In conclusion, I pray you end up like me, having a blast sharing your faith with other people. See you next time.